Iceland isn't just that tiny island you vaguely remember from geography class. It's basically Earth's way of showing off. This country has volcanoes, glaciers, and beaches made of black sand, all in one place. And yes, in summer, you can get 24 hours of daylight. Perfect if you've ever wanted to mow your lawn at 3 a.m., while in winter, the sun just doesn't show up. It's like Iceland put the sun on airplane mode. And get this, Icelanders are so practical about love that they use an app to make sure they're not accidentally dating a cousin. Tinder meets Ancestry.com, basically. Here are 15 things that make Iceland one of the strangest, coolest, and most magical places you'll ever hear about. Iceland sits in the North Atlantic, like that one friend at the party who doesn't really join the group but still steals all the attention. It's bigger than Hawaii and comes with volcanoes, glaciers, and those surreal black sand beaches. Despite being close to the Arctic Circle, winters aren't as brutal as you'd think, thanks to the Gulf Stream. The population is around 400,000, meaning you're more likely to meet a puffin than a person in some areas. And yes, the Icelandic language hasn't changed much since Viking times. It's basically Old Norse DLC. Forget sunny postcards. Reynisfjara is a black sand beach in southern Iceland that looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Massive basalt columns stand guard, while waves crash like they're auditioning for a disaster film. It's beautiful, but don't expect to work on your tan here. The only thing getting sunburnt on this beach is your imagination. Icelandic women are often described as fairy tale goddesses, porcelain skin, icy blue eyes, the whole deal. But they're not just about looks. They run businesses, raise families, climb mountains, and somehow still have time to look like they walked out of a saga. Dating in Iceland, though, comes with a twist. With such a small population, there's always the risk of swiping right on your second cousin. Solution? An app that checks family ties. Imagine explaining to your date, "Hang on, let me check if we share a grandma." Hot tubs in Iceland aren't just for relaxing. They're where society happens. Politics, gossip, life advice, everything bubbles up in those warm waters. And the best part? You could literally end up chatting with the president. Try doing that in the White House jacuzzi. Oh wait, you can't. Many Icelanders love building wooden cabins in the middle of nowhere. Some live in them year-round, often without Wi-Fi or even electricity. It's less off the grid and more off the planet. Basically, they're living out your Pinterest board while you're stuck paying Wi-Fi bills. For a tiny country, Iceland is huge in genetics. A company called Decode Genetics has collected DNA from about 2/3 of the population. This helps doctors study hereditary diseases and even trace Viking bloodlines. It's like 23andMe on steroids, but with more beards. Up north, there's a Viking village where people live like their ancestors, complete with wooden huts, handmade crafts, and bread baked on hot stones. Visitors can dress in Viking armor, chop wood, and even join mock battles. Finally, a chance to swing an axe without raising eyebrows. By day, Reykjavík is cozy and colorful, filled with cafes and friendly locals. By night, it turns into one big party. Bars, live music, rooftop views, the works. And karaoke? It's basically a national sport. If you can't sing, don't worry. Neither can half the country, but they'll still belt it out while soaking in a hot spring. Iceland has the kind of landscapes that make you wonder if NASA secretly planted them there. Plú Lagoon is a geothermal spa that looks like it belongs on another planet. Mýrdalsjökull National Park has one of Europe's biggest glaciers and ice caves, so blue they look photoshopped. Landmannalaugar is a hiker's dream with colorful mountains and hot springs. It's like Mother Nature accidentally hit the randomize button while designing Iceland. Yes, Iceland takes elves seriously. Construction projects have been stopped or rerouted to avoid disturbing their homes. There's even an unofficial elf protection agency run by a woman known as the elf language translator. Meanwhile, in your country, people argue over potholes. In Iceland, they argue over ferries. Iceland is one of the few places on Earth where you don't have to worry about buzzing mosquitoes or sneaky ants ruining your picnic. Scientists say the volcanic soil, harsh climate, and constant weather mood swings stop insects from surviving here. One day it's thawing, the next day it's freezing again. Mosquito larvae just throw in the towel. While other countries spend billions fighting mosquito-borne diseases, Icelanders stroll happily through fields without a single bug bite. It's the only place where camping feels like a luxury hotel stay. No repellent, no swatting, no waking up looking like a connect-the-dots puzzle. If you're planning a trip to Iceland and you love a casual drink, brace yourself. Buying alcohol isn't as simple as popping into the local supermarket. In Iceland, beer, wine, and liquor are sold exclusively in government-run shops called Vínbúðin. This rule goes back to Iceland's strict history with alcohol. Beer was actually banned until 1989. Yes, surprised, 1989. Michael Jackson's Bad album was already out by then. Nowadays, you can enjoy a pint, but you have to find one of these special stores first. They have limited opening hours, often close early, and are nowhere near as common as convenience stores. It's basically like going on a treasure hunt where the reward is a six-pack, except the treasure chest closes at 6 p.m. sharp, and if you forget to stock up before a holiday, tough luck, you're drinking tap water. Iceland may have a small population, but when it comes to festivals, they go all out. And sometimes with events that make you raise an eyebrow. Take Beer Day on March 1st, for instance. This entire holiday exists to celebrate the end of Iceland's 74-year beer ban. Locals head to pubs, breweries, throw parties, and the entire country collectively says cheers to finally catching up with the rest of the world. Then there's the Iceland Airwaves Music Festival, where Reykjavík transforms into one giant concert hall. Bands play in bars, churches, basements, basically anywhere you can fit a drum kit. It's like Coachella, but swap the desert heat for icy winds, replace flower crowns with wool beanies, and prepare to party with Vikings. Let's be honest. Iceland isn't cheap. Living in Reykjavík will test your budget, but it's not impossible. Renting a one-bedroom apartment costs around $1,200 a month. Utilities are surprisingly affordable, thanks to geothermal energy keeping things cozy. But groceries, well, they'll make your wallet cry a little. A simple bag of groceries can feel like you accidentally bought the supermarket. Still, locals earn good salaries, healthcare is universal, and crime is practically non-existent. In fact, Iceland consistently ranks among the safest countries in the world. No military, low crime, and the police don't even carry guns. So while your bank account might take a hit, at least you won't lose your wallet to a pickpocket, or to a mosquito, since they don't exist here either. Iceland's food culture is as unique as its landscapes. On the delicious side, you've got skyr, a thick yogurt-like dairy product that's been eaten for over 1,000 years. Lamb is also a national favorite, slow-cooked into hearty stews, while fresh fish like salmon and cod are staples in almost every household. But then there's the other side of Icelandic cuisine, the kind that makes travelers nervous. Historically, when food was scarce, nothing went to waste. That's why you'll find dishes like fermented shark, hakkar. It's an acquired taste, unless your taste buds prefer to survive. There's also sheep's head, blood pudding, and other Viking-era foods that today feel more like a dare than a meal. Basically, Icelandic cuisine is a two-player game. Do you want to eat like a modern foodie, or do you want to risk gagging on something that smells like it crawled out of a science experiment? Either way, you'll find plenty of hearty, fresh, and unforgettable meals. Just maybe keep a tub of skyr nearby as a safe backup. And that's it. 15 crazy facts about Iceland. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which part of Iceland would you explore first? Blue Lagoon, black sand beaches, or are you brave enough for fermented shark?